Hi you guys, welcome to your weekend edition Love and General reading. This is for the element of air. So if you are Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, these messages are for you. And also, I want to thank you guys for liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. I ask that you all please continue to do so. Remember, these are general, so they may or may not resonate, but hopefully they give you some clarity. And also, if you want to order your own personal or private reading, you can email TemajTarot@gmail.com. Payments are collected on Fridays for that. So let's go ahead and get started. We have the central issue, heart of the matter, as the Four of Wands. We have the Five of Swords. We have the Page of Swords. We have the Six of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Cups. We have the Page of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, and the Seven of Swords. Okay. So, central issue here looks as if there was some sort of conflict. Maybe you've been coming off as guarded. Maybe you've been keeping your distance from people, whether it's a love interest or just you stand to yourself. But it looks like there has been, I don't know, some sort of argument. You could have also, like I said, been at war with yourself too. Having some sort of internal conflict that you've been going through. And maybe this is you kind of, I see one person surrendering here. Almost feel like a part of you is surrendering to whatever has happened or transpired in your life. And then the other part of you is just ready to move forward and face life without any more fighting or obstacles here. But yeah, that's if that's something going on internally, but it also could apply to if you are with someone, there could have been some sort of disagreements where you guys are being standoffish with each other. But I feel here, you know, we're finally moving past that phase. I feel like you are going to be in a much better place if you've been in a hostile environment or feeling hostile within or guarded any type of way. I just feel like this is you getting ready to move past that. And it is still Libra season, so happy birthday. I see that this also could be indicating something in regards to a birthday party or going out or getting out the house. I do feel like maybe someone invited you to something and you were maybe kind of like, I don't want to go. This person thinks they can get me out the house. I don't know. I just kind of feel that there was some sort of fighting, whether or not you were going to something or not. But it looks like you may decide to take someone up on their offer, possibly. Now, I also feel that whatever you've been going through here, like something happens to give you a sense of balance, something that you value. So if you value finances and you've been needing finances, I feel like you're going to get the finances that you need. If it's some sort of emotional security, I feel like you're going to feel a sense of emotional security at some point. Or some sort of balance. If you feel like someone owes you an apology, this could be something about exchanging apologies, making things right. Sometimes I see this as a possible contract, like the Justice card. So I don't know if you're going to be literally signing some sort of contract with someone or exchanging services or bartering over the weekend. something does, it is coming off as bartering. Something that could help maybe the community. Maybe you are bringing a gift to someone, or someone will be bringing a gift to you. I'm seeing you receive an emotional gift or something that makes you cry, but a happy cry. And I feel like you're going to be cherishing something. Now, those of you that have children, it could be that your child makes something for your birthday and gives something to you. They're like, look, I made it. And you can tell it's from their heart and it's just really sweet and emotional. Or maybe it is someone that you're connecting with and this person is like, I don't have much to give, but you know, this is what I can offer. And I don't know, maybe you're self-sufficient, so you don't really care. It's like, as long as you can take care of yourself, I don't need anything fancy from you. So I don't know. Is something could be going on where maybe someone is just offering all that they have, even if it isn't much. Some of you guys may be also making some sort of changes to your home. Either you are, you could be moving into a new place for the first time, or you could be moving in together. If you're in a relationship, or if you were connecting to with someone, I feel like you guys are reaching some sort of milestone. So that can be at any stage that you were in with this connection. If it was just flirtation at first, now you guys are actually interacting. Maybe someone finally sends a message and you guys start talking privately or talking over the phone. If you have been already in an established relationship, maybe things have just gotten more serious. So, whatever the case, whatever stage your relationship was at or your connection was at is going to the next stage here. You may even get a marriage proposal for some of you. Someone may be proposing. Now, I do get something happening here that's a little different from what's going on over here. Now, I see someone walking away or deciding that something isn't good for them anymore, or is feeling like, I think it's best that I move on for this. Or it could be a situation where, let's say there was forgiveness. Maybe there was some sort of closure. I forgive you. Unfortunately, though, I don't think you're the person for me, but I appreciate the gesture. And you guys go your separate ways, something like that. But then, even if someone feels like they need to let go or walk away from something, they're still sneaking around or pretending. It's like maybe someone is agreeing to do something they don't want to do, but then they end up doing the opposite. It almost makes me think of a situation where, you ground your child and you're like, you're not allowed to go out the house, and I think that's a fair punishment. And they're like, yeah, okay, it's a fair punishment. And it's like, okay, you make an agreement, everything's been stated, and then the minute you go to sleep, here they are sneaking out the house, doing exactly the opposite. So I almost feel like someone isn't really listening. So in a love situation, maybe, yeah, it's like, okay, I forgive you, but I don't think we should be in a relationship anymore. And they're like, okay, if that's what you want. And then it's like moving on, but then they're still sneaking around, checking on your social media, trying to see what you're up to. So yeah. And I also see this as a situation if it's just about something that you're going through. I almost get a situation where you decide to get out the house. You're like, okay, let me go meet some people. I stay in the house too much, or this, that, and the other. So you go and you do something, and you're drinking, someone buys you a drink, you're socializing, and you're enjoying yourself, but at the same time, it's not someone that you want to, go home with, or guys might feel like that's not the girl I want to take home to mom. I don't know, just something's going on where you were dissatisfied with your options or your choices. It looks like you tried to be fair. Maybe you're like, you know what, let me try and be fair. Let me hear this person out. Let me try and get to know them. And then at the end of the day, it still just doesn't feel like a connection there. If you're already involved with someone, I only feel like for some of you, this is some sort of guilt about having to leave your child, doing something without your child, leaving them with a babysitter or something. That's the only other thing I'm getting here if you're in a relationship. Or it's like you guys are trying to work things out, but there's a feeling of dissatisfaction, really. It's like still not really being happy about the relationship. So, or feeling like something's still missing. It's like even though you guys just got on the same page and you stop arguing or you stop being distant with each other, it's like you still are, someone's intentions is still to leave. It's like, okay, I'll be nice for now, but I'm not happy and I still plan on leaving you when I get the chance. Yeah, that's what that is. So somebody's not really happy in a relationship. They're just being cordial or sticking around. It's not necessarily convenience. I just feel like someone wants to make sure that they're doing the right thing, especially if children are involved. It's like, let me just kind of stick around for the child. But I'm, within the next few weeks or months, I'm leaving. So I'm looking at the Eight of Cups here and see what else this is talking about. You know what? Hopefully it could be though. If you're dating someone, I think somebody has a problem with children. Maybe you tried to date someone with children, like you don't have any, and you're like, maybe you don't really care to date people with children, but you decided to give someone a chance, and then it's like after you do that, you're like, I just don't think I'm cut out for being a step parent. I don't think I could do this. So I think someone has a problem with children. If someone has already walked away from you and you're like, I don't understand why they're acting weird, I really feel like maybe they just don't know how to deal with children. They don't know how to say it to you. I also get a situation like maybe the single parent is trying to make an amends. Like whoever abandoned the child, is trying to come back into the picture, or they're spying on the child but not saying anything. Like, let's just say the child is of age, a teenager or older, and they're friends with the absentee parent on the internet, but it's like, I feel like maybe the absentee parent is checking on the child and seeing what they're up to, but is too ashamed to say anything or to really try to establish a relationship any further. Or even if there was forgiveness and they're making promises to the child, I still feel like they're going to abandon them again. I feel like their intentions, they're saying whatever they need to say so that they don't look like a bad person in the middle of the conversation, but I feel like they're not really going to live up to their promise. Now, I also see this as those of you that are just single, isolated, whatever the case, you have been coming off very guarded, because your defense mechanism like you don't really trust people. I really think someone is trying to get your attention or talk to you, but I feel like you are still going through some sort of abandonment issues. You might be guarding yourself, or maybe you are barely opening up to someone or communicating very little, feeling like, well, I don't want to give the wrong impression, or I don't want them to think that I like them. So I don't know, you're just kind of coming off very guarded, but it's really because you're protecting your emotions here. Yeah. Some of you are kind of a walking conflict too. Like, I feel like you're saying that you're ready to meet someone or you're ready for love, but at the same time, when you think about it, you're like, but that means I'll take the risk of getting hurt, and I don't want that. Yeah. Someone is also, there's someone out there that wants to talk to you, but they think that you're going to reject them, I believe, or they're just coming out of a breakup. They don't trust. Somebody doesn't trust. They're not ready to come forward. Even if they're talking to you, I feel like they're coming off very guarded, and they're not ready to really express their attraction to you just yet. And then I also see someone that you do know or are familiar with that wants to come back into the picture, that wants to set some things straight, or they're wanting to give you an opportunity to share your side of the story about something. But I think they're too afraid to do so. They may say something and they may not. If someone says something to you, just if only even just a little bit, I feel like that's their way of expressing some sort of interest. Let me look at this Seven of Swords. Somebody might be in denial about the fact that they hurt somebody. Either you are in denial that you abandoned someone, that you hurt them, or they're in denial that they did that to you. Some of you could be dealing with an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Oh, I see something else too. So for some of you, you might be spying on somebody to see if they've moved on from you, trying to check and see who they're talking to, or someone is doing that to you. They're spying on you and trying to see if you've moved on. They're like, have they moved on? Are they talking to somebody? Did they give up on me for real? Something's going on in regards to being observed. I feel like someone is observing you, and when the time is right, they're going to make it known, their presence. They're going to make their presence known. I feel like there are things that they have to say. I also feel like someone is wanting to give you advice, or you are giving someone some sort of advice, or someone is watching you. It could be that, there's some things going on where Someone is no longer in a commitment anymore. I feel like someone left somebody and they're looking to see if you're still available. I feel like someone is planning on speaking to you, but they want to make sure that it's okay before they do so. They're trying to see if you're still upset with them or if you're still hurt. So that's why I'm saying they might kind of, let's just say there's a situation where you ended things with somebody, but you guys were still friends on social media. During the time of the breakup, you guys weren't really talking too much. I feel like at some point someone is going to say something on your social media, like even if it's just to like your picture or something or your comment. And I feel like they're going to, or they might say something rather to see if you're going to acknowledge what they said. That's what I think. Someone's trying to get your attention, or they will be they're trying to get your attention indirectly. And then if they see that you're not angry or if you're okay with them, then they're gonna go ahead and see if they can talk again or repair things again. This can be with a friend or anybody. Oh, and then also for those of you that have been looking for work and you've been feeling defeated, I do feel like you finally find a new work home. I feel like you're going to be happy about that. I feel like the pay is okay. Honestly, you might be settling for now, but deep down you have intentions on leaving. You're like, I'm not going to stay here. This isn't, I like it, but it doesn't pay enough, or I just need this for the time being. So I feel like you guys are definitely selling yourselves on that interview. I feel like you're going to be offered that position, but your intentions are not to stay. Let me look at this Six of Pentacles a little more. For some of you, I feel like I said, somebody wants forgiveness. Someone wants to make things right. There may be someone that still misses you. They're still thinking about you. They've tried to come forward several times, unsuccessful. They want another chance. They've been working or planning on some things, but I feel like this person really isn't emotionally ready themselves. This is more so too for a situation that ended due to someone's emotional stability or their financial stability. I don't feel like whoever this is you guys parted ways because of something terrible. I feel like it's hope there, but at the same time, I don't know if this person is truly ready. I almost feel like someone had been saving up some money or wanting maybe so that they could come visit, because I am getting some sort of distance. Or maybe this was someone just saving up money because they felt like they wanted to be a provider. Maybe they just didn't feel like they had enough finances to get into a relationship. Or it's a situation where emotionally someone wasn't there for you, but at the same time they still wanted to be with you. I just feel like this person still needs work, but they still might try and come back into the picture. You might get an apology. They want to. Unfortunately, sometimes too, I see the High Priestess, a lot of times things just show up in dreams. So someone still just might be communicating with you through dreams. But if not, they might actually come out and apologize. I'm going to pull some energy cards. All right, additional messages for air signs. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, arising for this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So we have door to value, walking away, 7th chakra archangel Uriel, and appreciation. Some of you guys are going to turn down an opportunity because you really feel that you're more valuable than whatever is being offered to you, or you just don't like, you don't like this, what do you call it? Like if it's a job, I almost feel that you are going to turn some sort of offer down, or it's like you ask them to change some things before you accept that offer. You might initially turn the first offer down until they adjust something, and then you'll say, okay, I'll take that because you know your worth. Or, you know, if it's a relationship where there's an opportunity for you guys to do something together, start over, or whatever the case. I don't know what the circumstances are. I feel like you would turn it away. Like something tells you intuitively, like, no, don't settle for that. Don't take that. Like you're listening to your higher self. And you're like, I know my worth. You know, I can wait. It might be too that people are like the people that are offering, maybe it's not necessarily about someone coming back to you, but, you know, just period, just these offers that are being thrown at you. And you're like, I'm worth more than that. You know, my worth is priceless, or whatever the case. I almost even got an image of someone dancing for money and quitting, saying, I don't care about these coins being thrown at me. Like, I feel like I'm worth more than that. Not saying that anything is wrong with your occupation if that's what you do. But it just looks like something happens where you're like, I don't want this anymore. And I did like see an image of a dancer walking away from money. Turning that offer down because it's like, I could do so much better. You know, maybe it's a low paying club. Who knows? It's like, I'm out of here. I don't want that. I don't want to do this. There's another place higher, and over here I'm going there. They appreciate me more. So I feel like you are walking away from one opportunity and intuitively holding out for something better. And I feel like you will be appreciated. You will be valued. Maybe you are just recognizing your self-worth. Maybe this is also something that happened in the past. Like in the past, you walked away from something because you realized your worth. Now, I think if that's the case, it's going to pay off. Like you understand, like you had been crying, but I feel like now you're finally in a position where you're standing tall and strong, and you know that you are deserving, and you know you had a right to let go of something. Maybe at first it didn't make sense why you walked away from a situation, but now I feel that because you're tapping into your higher self or a higher state of consciousness, that you have an understanding of why you did what you had to do. Some of you also may be holding some sort of valuable gift, some sort of spiritual gift that can bring you a lot of fortune, but in order to have it, you know, you need to walk away from a 9-to-5. So maybe you are going into your own business. Maybe you're going to be self-employed. Yeah, for some of you, I think you are realizing that no company is ever going to pay you enough or value you enough, and you have your own spiritual gifts or your own hidden talents that you can make a living from, and that's what you're going to start focusing on. And you're realizing that I need to let go of this job, you know, even if they are offering something to you. Now, also, this might be a question of morals too. I don't know. Like, let's just say you're an entertainer and you just made it to Hollywood. Maybe you've been doing, you know, soap operas or commercials or whatever. small movie roles, and you finally get offered a big role. They let you in the door. Like, what's that story? I don't know if you guys ever listened to Cat Williams talk about what happened after he got famous. He said something about he always wanted to be invited to the party or invited to something. He said one day he got that invitation. He said they opened them doors and you expecting like some big celebration, a big party to be going on. He said it's nothing but a couple of guys in the dark staring at you, and I guess something is being negotiated about how far you're willing to go, basically. And it's almost like when you get to that point, now it's no turning back, because you've seen too much. So it's like either having to take some sort of a first step to some sort of initiation where you have to humiliate yourself some type of way so that they have that secret to hold over you. And maybe this is somebody saying, no, thank you, it's enough. Well, then Hollywood can't pay me enough to do the things that they're asking me to do. You know, maybe you had some sort of spiritual awakening or something whispered to you, and told you to trust what you were feeling and that wasn't for you. And you walked away from something that was it appeared to be very lucrative, but maybe it was just an illusion or something. But either way, I feel like you value yourself too much to do something against your own moral system of beliefs. You know, maybe it's not necessarily what society thinks, but it's some sort of boundaries for you. So those are the messages that I have. I hope they resonated. I hope they make sense. Feel free to leave your comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Many blessings to you.